There's a reason why action films, horror films, and comedy films always seem to just come out of an assembly line like all year round. Basically because they're very easy to design, very easy to write, because it doesn't require a lot of effort to make these films work. And that's why you just see more action, horror, and comedy films and spoofs on horror and whatnot just keep coming and coming every year. It's like you just see almost at times you see more of them than anything else that's coming out. And that's not particularly a problem because they're not really supposed to be films. I don't want to say that you shouldn't take them seriously, but they're just supposed to be fun films to make a profit. They're not supposed to be great or classic or, revolutionary or anything, humongous or marvelous, marvelous about them. It's they're just simple, stupid films that make enough money, that the people get enough money from what they spend from making the film. And that's it, sometimes they'll make a trilogy of them but that's basically it. They're just simple, popcorn flicks. It's like eating a Twinkie. You eat it, and it's sweet and yummy, and then you find something else to do. You know. But now, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all their movies are basically doing the same thing. They're all very simple, high budget films. At least most of them are. I mean, they're just really like straightforward. No rug pull up from underneath you. Nothing spectacular about them. Uh, it's basically just like any other action film, but yet, since it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's like this huge juggernaut thing of a masterpiece or something that it's just awe-inspiring everyone for some reason, and that's probably what really, you know, doesn't really make sense to me. Now, I enjoy the Marvel films. I'm not the type of guy like Confused Matthew that will just rant and rave and about something that he doesn't like and he will never watch them again or whatever. I'm not that type of guy. I mean, I can lay back and enjoy something extremely stupid. I mean, I can watch Dude, Where's My Car and actually laugh my ass off. I can watch Tales of the Crypt Demon Knight and actually enjoy it. In fact, I enjoy it enough that me and my cousin actually watch it a few times. Like we've been trying to do it, like once a month type of thing. I mean, Tales of the Crypt Demon Knight is not a good movie, but it is enjoyable and it's simple. I don't know if cornyish is the right word. It's just there's no special anything about it. No rug pulled from underneath you. And just on the side note, the show Tales of the Crypt is something that I never really liked. I always felt that it's basically Twilight Zone, but rip out everything that made the Twilight Zone great. It just really felt like a really cheap and just not really thought provoking version of the Twilight Zone. In fact, the movie Demon Knight is actually so good that I actually would rather watch that film over most of the episodes. Because honestly, whoever, I don't know if the person that wrote Tales of the Crypt Demon Knight wrote also the episodes or directed the episodes, but apparently, if the writer or director did do the film as they did, the show, apparently they seem to be much more better at doing movies than episodes. It seems like films tend to be something easier for them to do because I actually, like I said, Demon Knight is not a good movie, but it is at least enjoyable and funny and entertaining. Would I buy it? Maybe. I mean, but that's at least a good sign for me. But anyway, I got off track. But yeah. But like I said, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I mean, they're not like masterpieces or great works of art by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I don't really get why. Look at some of the Marvel films that really didn't do very well, like Daredevil. Okay, now Daredevil was standard. It was good enough. It was serviceable. It did its job. Color, mostly motion, and that's it. It did what it had to do. It was basically like any other action film. But and Confused Matthew said that if that Daredevil film was made around the time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and made and to connect to that, place, then the reaction of the audience would definitely change. And now all of a sudden, people don't hate Daredevil now, but now all of a sudden that's from part of the cinematic universe. Oh, it's, great because it connects to a bigger world and that's fun or exciting or yada yada yada. It's just, I never really got that. I mean, like I said, I enjoy the Marvel films, but the high success and the insane budget that goes to them and how seriously they take it really just baffles me. And I remember saying this or talking about this on the internet. If you really consider something like the Avengers as some sort of great masterpiece work of art, or that you consider Avengers a great movie, then you also would have to consider Star Trek 2009 and Into Darkness as great movies. And if we're arguing about that, then we're just getting silly here. Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, the Star Trek films, the new ones, are basically just pew, pew, pew all the way home. Explosions, lightnings, lens flare, things, excitement. No different from the Avengers films, honestly. And it's, but that seems to be like the rage now. I mean, it used to be that they were just stupid popcorn flick things that entertain you, that laughed you, that thrilled you. And then when you got back home, you did something else, like play video game or whatever. But now it's considered like the fucking Godfather or Star Wars. I mean, I don't get it. I mean that's really the big thing. I have no problems with the films. It's just the success really does not make any sense at all. But I mean, like, apparently I am an idiot and they're doing something right, and I'm just not seeing it. You know, I'm a man. I can take it. You know, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but yeah, I just don't really get it. Don't really get it at all. I enjoy the films, entertaining, but don't get it at all.